Hi everyone, my name is Reverend Father Phillip Sosu-Mobe. Welcome to our Doctrinal Class Online. Now we have heaven after the particular and of course general judgment which will come at the end of time. And in between going to heaven and going to hell, the church has a final place of purification, which is called purgatory, which means that you have death, and after death comes judgment, and after judgment comes particular judgment, which is where you are going to go. If you are living a life of Christ, if you are living a good life, you will be with Christ in eternal bliss. But if you are not, but you are united with Christ and you have some shortcomings, then you go through this final purification. Eventually, you will be with Christ in eternal bliss. But if you are totally not living with Christ, then you do not have the privilege of being with Christ. So you shall be with the eternally damned people. So in essence, at the second coming of Christ, when all things shall be called up for accountability, we shall have only heaven and hell. So you'll be either in heaven or you'll be in hell. So for this reason, we can talk about heaven. And heaven is a place meant for people who have purified themselves, who have been able to live a life of Christ, and who have found favor with God. And in heaven, they'll be able to live with the blessed, all the saints, and be united with Christ in heaven. And that is why we have heaven, where is our home. That is the homeland where God wants us to be. The Bible tells us that God desires that all persons be saved and come to be with Him in heaven. So we have heaven as a place of our eternal home. In fact, you get in the Bible various images about heaven. You have light, you have peace, you have the wedding feasts in heaven, you have the heavenly Jerusalem, all kinds of images used in the Bible to tell us about heaven. So heaven is our final goal, and heaven should be our home. But we can't get there unless we live a holy life, which means that God is going to judge us according to our deeds. Several places in the Bible you have found where Christ has talked about heaven. We have found where Christ has talked about people who will live a good life and eventually will come and join Him. In fact, there is a passage in the Bible that talks about the parable of the kingdom, where the king will tell those who are on the right that you have come to my aid. When I was sick, you came to visit me. When I was in prison, you came to attend to me. When I was naked, you gave me clothes to wear. And when I was hungry, you gave me food to eat. And then you will tell those people who have done all these things to come and share in the Father's happiness. Whereas those on the left, we find themselves at the other side, because when Christ was in prison, He wasn't visited. When He was hungry, no one came to give Him food. When He was naked, wasn't given clothes to wear. And eventually the people will ask, when did we see you in all these situations and we didn't do anything? And Jesus will tell them, in as much as you didn't do it to the least of my brethren, you did not do it to me. Go far away from me, where you shall be cast out into eternal damnation. So there is the promise of heaven. You know, in my Father's house, there are many mansions there, and I'm going there to prepare a place for you. That was exactly what Christ said. So we have that place of heaven, which is one of the last things. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on our social media platform, and please come back for more videos.